Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Bitcoin. It's starting to look interesting. The structure we see here is impulsive. Yeah, so we can cautiously think about the situation that the low might actually really be in. Okay, so this does not necessarily look like a corrective move up anymore. This is something where we can count a 5-wave move up. So would like to see how this is further developing. But as I said I think in the chain link video, this could be a leading diagonal that is developing here, which means you can have overlapping waves. And I mean, it did everything it needed to do, Bitcoin, didn't it? It came down. We had a nice breakout out of this triangle to the downside. We came to one of my targets to complete this correction, which was here at $17,500. We saw a strong reaction to it. We made a higher low. We make another higher high and a higher low. Hold pretty much previous high. And we are moving higher. And what's happening just here now looks interesting. Yeah. In the live stream today, I told you as long as we're not breaking out of this pattern to the upside, my view would be certainly that we go down lower. Now, I'm not leaning yet towards the lowest in, because we don't have yet confirming price action. You need to understand that. And therefore, in the previous video, I said, we're pretty much in a 50-50 state. You need to understand that. For the last 7 months, I've been telling you we have to go in the region below 28.6K. The reason for that was that this low was a wave A low. In a wave C low, it is just the highest likelihood that you go below this wave A low. A lot of people were like, here, this is a running flat. And, if you know about Elliott Wave patterns, you probably know what a running flat is. It would have meant that here it could have ended this whole correction, and we could have moved up from here. And a lot of people were bullish here, super bullish. Well, I wasn't. I told you that we have to go below 28.6K. And it was painful telling you that for the last 7 months, and we finally got into this target area. And when we reached that target area, we re-evaluated the situation because the low could have been in here. When we reached that target area first. However, what developed here was a price action that I told you is not going to allow us to break to new all-time highs. And indeed, it came true. We broke down. And then when we came down here, I told you this is most likely another triangle. And I can't tell you yet that the low is in, and it's an ABCDE triangle, and we can highest likelihood expect another move down in 5 waves, which happened. So I told you earlier today we can count 5 waves. There's a chance, good chance, that this was only the first wave of another 5-wave move down, which could probably take us to 10K. But the low could be in, because we have fulfilled long-term, medium-term, short-term Elliott Wave counts 5 waves. Now, what was still missing was confirmation in the shape of a 5-wave move up. And this is what we are seeing now. Now, what would support this argument, and what would be the point where I would cautiously start to tell you that I think the bottom is in? They would be here, 21,334. It would support the argument, definitely. Even better would be a move above 23,295. So here it's still a bit unclear then if we go above that level, but here we can really, with more confidence say, okay, 23,295. With what we see, we can assume the low was in. Okay, and everybody who used my buy orders was able to buy here below 18,000 on Discord. Obviously, we dollar cost averaged in on the way down, so it's not that this was the only buying point, but that those buy orders on Discord just help to deal with FOMO, because if we suddenly start to see this, and this is what is happening in the crypto space, when you start to see these impulsive moves up, it can be big. And a few days ago I posted on Twitter, and by the way, if you're not following us on Twitter, just make sure you do it if you're interested in this channel and content, because there is additional content on Twitter. On Twitter I posted that I think we are due a rally. Now, what I can't tell you yet, if it is a rally that will be corrective in a sense that it will not take us to new all-time highs, or will it be an impulsive rally? But because we are so oversold on various time frames, irrespective, not considering the overall economic situation, because my view is the overall economic situation is priced into the chart anyway. These are false arguments for me. You can't just give the economic situation, give that as a reason that we will drop further, because markets start to recover way before you actually see it in the real economy. Way before. When you see it on the news headlines on the BBC or CNBC or wherever, that markets recover, that is already too late. That is not the low. Yeah, this is not the low. The low happens way before markets start to recover. And, we've seen it times before in times of war, that markets even made new all-time highs in a war, and recovered. Like when a war started, for example, markets recovered just a month or 2 months later. So this is what you can see. Even in the Second World War, markets recovered. So you can't give that as a reason. It just doesn't work, that argument. So, however, it's not confirmed yet. Don't get me wrong, but we can become carefully optimistic. That is the message of this video. All scenarios for the correction fulfilled. In this scenario, should we really start to move up from here, we would have even held the 78.6% Fibonacci retracement level. So again, we can start to count the first impulse, but I would like to see confirming price action above 21,334 and even better, 23,295. That's, by the way, what I posted yesterday already in the Telegram chat group. What was missing yesterday was the first impulse, which is starting to evolve here now, okay? And this is what we were waiting for. After a scenario is finished, like this one, we need to wait for the next step, which is happening now, and it's starting to look very interesting. I think it will be a very interesting week next week. Bear in mind, tomorrow the US stock market is closed, so it's just that we might not see the usual volatility, now saying that we saw crazy volatility on the weekend. So in a few hours, the weekly candle closes as well. Now that will be an interesting fact. So if we close the weekly candle, and I mean, the way this is going up now, today it moved up already from, where are we now? No, it moved up from around 18,000 now to 21,000 nearly. It would be a really awesome sign for Bitcoin should we close above the 200-week moving average. So let's just see where the 200-week moving average is at the moment. 200-week moving average here. So that is at 22,300 at the moment. It's a very, very critical level of support, which in the Bitcoin history has always supported the Bitcoin price massively. So you can see that one of the only times the price really broke below it was here. Here you go. This was when COVID hit, and yeah, the weekly candle seems to have closed actually below it. I thought it didn't, but it seems to have done it. But it recovered the week after. And it would be a good sign to close above 19,000. Above 19,700. Because it would mean that we close the weekly candle actually above the previous bull market high. So that is obviously something that happened on the weekend, that we crossed that. We broke the previous bull market high. Which acted as support around the 20k area, just below that. But if we recover, and don't close the weekly candle below it, also another good sign. So yeah, we can become cautiously optimistic, but overall, look at the chart. It is really only just starting down here. If it is, that's what it might become, the beginning of a new uptrend, then it is still too early to confirm it, but it's worth looking, and it's starting to look good. Okay, so that is my view currently about Bitcoin. Hopefully you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.